Welcome back to another episode of Market Markup. I'm Lance Hamilton, co-founder of BH Capital Enterprises, where I teach Black people how to navigate the markets, mainly using technical analysis as a tool. Now, a sub uh, heading or whatever you want to call it of technical analysis is charting, and that is a niche area that I focus on usually. If you're new here, welcome. Please do me the favor of subscribing. Hit that notification bell, like, share, comment, whatever you feel compelled to do. I am grateful that you are here. And if you are a returning visitor, welcome back. I'm glad you keep coming and watching, and I hope that you guys are getting some value from the content that I'm providing. But what I've been doing for the month of July is a 30-day challenge where each day I'm going to break down a ticker and do the chart right, right here. I'm not doing it live, but basically I'm doing it right here on video. I'm just going to jump right into it. Of course, this is not any type of investment advice. I do not own or currently hold any positions in this ticker at this time. But this ticker is one that I've evaluated before. Actually, I was considering a leap on this one some months back, but it kind of entered this consolidation phase. So, I've just been kind of checking on it every now and again, but no positions on it currently. But yeah, so we're currently looking at the yearly chart for this one, and I'll just call it EAM, um, just an emerging market ETF. But what I'm seeing right now is it's been mostly bullish over the past 2.5 years or so, but still mostly kind of range bound. You see in this area where it's been just pretty much sideways, no clear trend going on, but only in the recent parts of this chart has it started to have these lower highs and higher highs. I mean, higher lows and higher highs. I'm sorry. So uh, what we'll do is mark, as usual, the 2020 closing price, which was 51.67. And actually, I'm just going to leave that right here with this 10% retrace or 10% correction. So um, I'm just gonna, instead of calling it a retrace, I'm gonna call this correction. All right, so I'm gonna call that. Got the 5% pullback labeled here already, and I'm just gonna change this one. Okay. All right, so a couple of levels there. And so far, you can see most of the price action has been happening toward the lower end of this candlestick. Of course, we're at the middle of the year at this point, so anything can happen between now and December. But so far, mostly bullish in the sense that the price is still holding above the opening price for the year. But right now, the bears got a pretty good stronghold on this price action and keeping it, toward the low end. Um, Another area that I watch out for is probably around this $50 level. Um, yeah, this $50 level, as it appears that the price, historically has struggled really before it even gets to 50, but it really starts to struggle once it gets above 50. So definitely keep an eye on this $50 area. As far as the yearly chart is concerned, um, this trend line is one that I would pay attention to as well. And I'll just make this dotted so that you can see a clear difference between those. But this is the area, this is the trend line, this is what the sentiment is as far as the yearly chart is concerned. I wouldn't quite call this, yes, definitely not any type of uh, bull flag or anything like that. But yeah, let's see. Well, I mean, I guess it can kind of be played sort of like a bull pennant flag. And if that's the case, then this one has room to about the 70 to $75 range over the course of the next few years. So this isn't something that you should expect this year. This could happen over the next few years or so. So just something to keep in mind. But that's pretty much all I'm saying here with this yearly chart. Looks like we had a breakout during 2017. Um, yeah, looks like it broke out about 2017. And kind of retested this area inside here back in last year when COVID first happened. And so it's been, moving on from there. So um, let's see. This looks like it might be in a little channel type of situation. Yeah, sort of a little bullish or ascending channel going on here on the yearly chart. So definitely watch these two trend lines here. And I'm just going to make this one look like its counterpart. There we go. So yeah, so that's pretty much it when it comes to the yearly chart. As far as I can see right now. And so I'm just going to go ahead and remove these trend lines so that it can look a little cleaner. Let's move on to the monthly chart. Okay, monthly chart, you can clearly see, that the price historically consolidates between about 45 and down to maybe like 35. These little areas are kind of more outliers than what it usually does. And so here we had a nice phase two move, and then over the past several months, it's just been consolidating. And I hinted at that in the introduction where I talked about I was initially looking for a leap to the bullish side several months ago, but it really just entered this range bound price action to where I was pretty much a day late and a dollar short in catching this move here. So I started watching it too late, much too late. So at this point, I'm just watching to see when the price gets back over 56 and is able to hold that. As you can see, only twice or really three times this year, as far as the monthly chart is concerned, has the price gone over 56, but each time it has failed and broken down from there. So right now the price action is pretty much trading between high 55s and low or about 53. 53 to 55 is pretty much where the price is trading right now. So definitely not in a uh, definitely not, in my opinion, um, leap worthy right now. I prefer to get a better entry if that makes sense. So and not that I'm considering a position at this point. You know what I'm saying? I'm just watching. So right now it's in phase three of the market cycle. So we know that usually, or I won't even say usually, but uh, the usually with phase four, if it enters into a phase four market structure, then that means that the price breaks down from whatever area it was consolidating at. So Not saying that's gonna happen with this ticker, but it is possible. But the price could very well break out from this range and continue in an upward direction. But we'll see. We'll see. So that's pretty much it. With the monthly chart, not necessarily seeing any sort of pattern right now at the moment. But just some consolidation. And consolidation, just think of patience. Sit on your hands when you see that consolidation, unless you're trying to play the range. But this one is not even worth trying to play the range. Because on the monthly chart, it's giving you maybe 2 points in a month, maybe. So, gonna move on to the weekly chart and see if there are any developments there. And same thing going on with the weekly chart that we saw on the monthly chart, where the price is just consolidating. Um, no real trend or no real direction right now. Um, Pretty much, just be watching for the price to move out of this range, whether it be bullish or bearish move. In my opinion, if it breaks down from here, it's possible for that price to head back to that $45 area where it kind of likes to be historically. Um, if it breaks out, then we get new all-time highs possibly. Current all-time highs right there at 58.29. So uh, that's something to watch for. But um, what I like to do is when I do my analysis of the charts, then I just automatically make a mental note to be watching for any type of news that may support, not necessarily support what I think is going to happen, but news that may confirm what I've been observing in the chart. So um, that news can be bullish or bearish, and that news could very well contradict what I may think would should happen or may happen based on the price action. But that's pretty much why I teach to try to eliminate bias as much as possible when you are building your plans based on charts or whatever. Even if you trade uh, majority from a fundamental standpoint, it's good to eliminate bias as much as you possibly can. But anyway, so yeah, this weekly chart, nothing special going on currently. Range bound, just like the monthly chart. Maybe we have a bull flag that's trying to form here, but we won't know. If that's the case, then this thing is gonna break out and it's gonna have a nice run over the course of several weeks. But like I said, we'll see. It could go up, it could go down, but for now, what we know is that this price is consolidating. And let's move on to the daily chart and see how that looks currently. So yeah, you see pretty much more of the same from what I've discussed over the last two time frames. Consolidation here, phase two breakout, back into some consolidation. And I mean, it's been consolidating for quite some time. Pretty much all year, it's been consolidating. Last year was the time to catch it, heading into the end, toward the end of the year. Even if you could have caught it toward the lows, this would have been a beautiful play for you. But here at that November December time frame is just a beautiful opportunity to swing this ticker. But right now, it's not really giving up uh, much opportunity to do so. Um, let's see where the 50 and the 200-day moving averages are currently. Okay, so right now you see that the price has been kind of skating along that 50-day moving average, and currently today it closed below the 50. And then that 200-day moving average is right there at correction territory. So it could very well head down this way. But just be thinking if it gets down to the 52-ish, then it's probably touching that 200-day moving average. At which point you can evaluate whether this thing is going to break down or if it's going to bounce. Um, in my opinion, a breakdown below the 200-day moving average um, facilitates a transition into phase four of the market cycle, which is a bearish move, bearish price action. So, yeah, I mean, also notice the spread between the 50 and the 200 is getting tighter. So be watching for that. You know what I'm saying? This one, I don't really see any opportunity right now, but what I do like to, and this of course is not investment advice, what I like to do, some of my favorite trades to make is those breakouts or breakdowns after an extended period, not even an extended period, but a period of just range bound activity. To be able to catch the price when it's moving outside of the bounds of where it has been for some time, it's usually just a beautiful move. It doesn't require you to be in the trade for a long period of time, unless you just want to. But usually those are coupled with some very strong moves to the upside or the downside. So yeah, that's pretty much it with EAM. I don't necessarily. There isn't a whole lot to this chart. As you can see, it's not a very volatile ticker for the most part. Um, I mean, it's nothing really going on right now with this ticker. So if you're just watching this ticker, just continue to watch it and be patient and wait for your setup. But if you guys would like for me to check out any other tickers, I'm happy to do so. Hit me up in the comments, hit me up in the DMs, hit me up in my inbox or whatever. You can email me at lance@bhcapitalenterprises.com and just give me some tickers and I'm happy to check them out. Catch y'all in the next video.